My name is Dorinda, and I was pregnant. I wanted to do what was right and what was best for the kid, and I wanted him to have parents who could provide. My partner and I decided on adoption because we just weren't in a place where it wouldn't have been stable for the baby. I had met the adoptive mom a long time ago. I already knew her, and I knew that they were trying to have a baby. I immediately knew I wanted them as the parents. They were financially stable. They had everything that I wanted Riker to grow up with. So I opened up to having an open adoption, which she had wanted all along, and that was the best move that I could have made. My life is definitely better for choosing an open adoption, specifically with them. And I think as well, it was really hard to find support in the adoption world. I was really nervous to tell my parents, and finally at 3 months, I told my parents, and they did not understand what I was going through. They didn't understand why I was making the decisions that I was making. And so I went to my brother, who lived like 5 minutes away, and I cried to him. And I was like, they don't get it, they don't understand. And he was like, why don't you go to the Cochrane Pregnancy Center? And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I was like, I'm stable, I'm in a relationship, I've made this decision, like I'm financially responsible, I'm not the type. And then finally he's like, no, just do it, it'll be good. I was like, okay. So I did, and I came here, and it was amazing. Just talking it through with you every time was really nice as well, because then I was confident enough to say it again to my family or to defend my own decisions, because I was kind of ashamed from my decision because it's not quite normal. So at work they didn't know, and I hid it for as long as I could until I started to show. But then talking about it here was nice to be able to say it again at work in a way that wasn't strange and gave me confidence, and I could back my decision and know that it was okay and it was accepted. There was always something, like I would start to feel a little bit down or like in my head, or it would be not a good place for me. And then I would come here and there would be something else, another something that you would provide. So the maternity photo shoot was awesome. That was a really great day with me and my pregnant belly and the adoptive mom and dad, and they came here, and that was the first time that I had a photo of all three of us together. And so that was a very meaningful experience. It was really nice to have that photo of all of us together as a family, and I really felt connected to them and vice versa, them to me as well. And it was just another concrete symbol that this was going to happen, and we were both in it together. I wanted the baby to be as much a part of their family before and after birth so that it would be easy for him. And then in the hospital, she was there with me, and as soon as he came out, she was able to do skin on skin with him and breastfeed right away because she took the lactation pills. It was a super smooth, integrated transition for him. And it still is now. Whenever I feel like I want to go see him, she'll send me a picture. And I think every week or so I've been able to visit and hold him and see how he's doing. And they've both been great at keeping me a part of his life as much as possible. And without coming here and without you guys being supportive and encouraging even, I don't think I would have been able to be confident in it. I think it would have been something that I told people like as if it was a mistake or a negative part in my life, but it's not. It's a very positive aspect of my life to have a baby. And I hope to help other people too in my situation, because it's not a typical situation, but when you decide that you don't want a parent, you know, it doesn't have to necessarily mean to not have a baby. There is this option of adoption, and it can be a beautiful thing. Like there was 2 separate families, and then there was a baby, and now we're this huge family. And it would just be really great if that was more commonly known as an option, and that it can be a really good story and it doesn't need to be negative or full of grief. So if somebody else was in my position and was thinking about coming to the pregnancy center, I would definitely recommend it. I was able to get everything I needed and everything I wanted from here, both knowledge-wise and physically too, with the boutique. You never know what's gonna happen, but it's always positive. There's always more that I leave the door with than when I came in. Everything kind of went perfectly in the end. It was tough in some parts, but the trust just made it go smoothly. And that's in part due to the pregnancy center.